We're live. Let's rock it with some music. Welcome, everyone, to a new episode of the Women's Empowerment Series. I am so excited to have a beautiful and incredible woman, Celia Cavalli. It's such an honor to have you. Thank you
It,
for coming and bringing all your beauty and your elegance.
it is
I'm so
such an
excited.
honor to be here, and thank you so much. Like the vibe of this entire thing and just the beginning music just got me like nice and amped up, and I'm just so excited to be here with you, gorgeous. I'm so excited for this. So
Oh,
thank you
this
for
is
having
me. So you're connecting from Orlando, Florida. It's a dream, the dreamland
me.
dream.
It's the world of Disney, it's the world of magic, it's the world
Yes.
of all sorts of fun and adventure.
Ah, last summer I was celebrating an important birthday, and I was like, I feel like Jennifer Lopez, that I was celebrating the whole summer doing all
Ooh.
this tour, and suddenly I found myself in Disneyland with the kids, and they were all celebrating the 50th birthday. So it was like a huge thing, and I'm like, this is it. They're celebrating me with them.
That is so awesome. That is amazing. I love that no matter what age bracket you're in, Disney is always magical. So
Exactly.
if you're 5, if you're 20, if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, it doesn't matter. Like
It
whenever you
doesn't.
walk into Disney, it's just this, oh, it's incredible. Have you seen the fireworks there?
Yes, we stayed
Oh,
on. It's magical.
it's unlike any other fireworks. You could see all the fireworks, 4th of July for life, but that fireworks show is like nothing else. So if you guys have not been to the fireworks at Disney, you gotta go. I mean, it is just absolutely
So
next
it's
level.
the music that makes it also so magical, right?
Mhm.
It's like
Yeah.
you feel like you've jumped into that beautiful romantic story of
Yeah.
Disney world.
You feel like a Disney princess all
It
over
doesn't
again.
even, and you look like a Disney princess. I mean, if I had to bring my little girl, she's gonna look at you, she's like, oh, we met her in Disney world.
Can I just like keep you around me all day long? Like I love you. I adore you. You're like the sweetest human I've
It's so
ever
true.
met. Like I feel the
Oh
same
my.
way about you. Like this is just
Ah.
amazing.
Well, this is amazing, and I'm so excited about this conversation. So you're an incredible mentor and coach, but also you're a real estate consultant, and you do in this amazing, dreamy houses. I see you sometime showing them. And how is it to be in this and in this business, and how is it to thrive and have put your mark in it?
So this was always something I felt in my bones I would get into. I always loved aesthetics. I always loved homes. And as like a little kid, I was like the weird little kid who I would always be like, Mom, can we go to open houses? And she's like, why? And I'm
Mhm.
like, I just want to see the neighbor's house. Like I'm curious. I'm such a curious person. And it just kind of sparked this thing where I love homes. I love architecture, but I'm really bad at math. Like for me, I'm good with people, I'm good with sales, I'm good with all that, but like horrible at math. So I knew I wasn't going to go into being an architect, but I
Mhm.
always knew I'd somehow get into interior design, maybe even into design of homes.
Uh-huh.
But I fell into real estate because I had the sales background. So for
Yes.
me, it hasn't, to be honest, it hasn't been the easiest journey,
Mhm.
but there's been magical moments that have kept me going. And I love my clients, and they're truly
Mhm.
the reason why I'm in this business is people. So
I'm so happy. Yeah, because it's a connection. It's a bit. It's people business. You sell, you connect. How big? Like, what type of challenges would you face in this? Is it like I'm in the finance world, investment strategy, so it's a lot. It's very male dominated. What is it? Is it the same in the real estate as well?
I would say it could be. People kind of have that push force type energy. You're encouraged to be very cutthroat, and that's
Mm.
not my personality at all. I'm very driven and I get things done. My clients like know, love, and trust me for that. Like, that is the one thing that I will go to the end of the earth to make things happen.
Wow.
But I also am not the person to throw people under the bus. I'm not the person to be
You
super,
can't.
so for me, it's been tough because it is an industry that I think a lot of things need to change in.
Yes.
And there's like this whole shift that I feel is possible, you know, in the industry. And I'm kind of like a walking example of that. Is, you know, my
Really?
whole slogan is confidence in what moves you.
Yeah, I
And
love
what
that. I love that. Let's pause for that. Confidence in what moves you. I think this is so beautiful. What is it? How did you come up with that? Is it like confidence, your confidence, or what is it? Tell me.
it came to me one day. I was literally taking a shower, and I swear all my ideas come in the shower. I was taking a shower, I was washing my hair, and all of a sudden I'm like, confidence in what moves you. It's knowing that, you know, it's everything. It's confidence in your decisions, it's confidence in your intuition, it's confidence in my, you know, skill set, it's confidence in the fact that you're gonna get the house that you're looking for. There's a coach out
Mm.
there, I don't know if you're familiar with Amanda Francis. Are you
Mhm.
familiar with her?
No, not really.
I think Melanie trained with her at one point, but she's incredible. And she has this saying, it's this or something better. And I love that because
Oh, wow. I
in
love that.
real estate, you know, people will lose out on a house or they'll fall in love with something and it doesn't work out. And I always say, have confidence that it's going to be this or something better. And it always works out, you know, it always works out in the end. And so it's really having that faith, that confidence, that wisdom that it's all going to work out for you. It's all going to happen for you. As long as you trust the process and you have me alongside you, it's, you know,
Mm.
you're going to get there.
I love that. And I think it's important what you just said. It's like this or something better. And we often think that this or my life is just gonna be horrible. That's what we think, right? We want this so badly that if it doesn't happen, then we just give up.
Hold on to it so tightly. Yeah.
Yes, it does. And when you shift that into it's this or something better, it's like, wow, I'm open to possibilities, to miracles, right? Because this is what you think is can happen. But when something better is like what you haven't thought about.
Oh yeah. And it's, I mean, it's incredible to see, like, at the deepest core of my work in this world, I truly feel is self-love and knowing that your intuition's always right and that, you know, everything's happening for you, to you. And it's very like Abraham Hicks, if you will. It's like
Yes.
things are all around you and there's so many different paths you can go in life, but trusting that what is coming in by your, you know, your thought process and who you are and who you show up as, it's all going to bring in the best possible. I mean, the fact that we're even on this call right now, like it was so like divinely orchestrated. Like you reached out one day and
We
now
just
we're finally getting to meet for the first time, and it's
yes.
amazing. So I'm just a huge believer in it's all going to work out, you know, in the way that it's going to work out.
Yeah, so it's like you trust your intuition, you have confidence in your intuition, as you said it so beautifully, and you let it be. You know, I have something similar in my way of, creating this whole bad method. It's like believe, act, lead. That's the method. And believe is believe in yourself, believe in the possibilities, believe in your intuition, believe in everything in you. And that's what mirrors really that confidence. It's like have confidence in that. Yeah.
That's
So you're a
magical.
mentor also, actually.
Yeah. So I had a coaching business in 2017. So that was around the time that I met Melanie, which is how you and I connected.
Mm.
I met her in 2017 and I always knew that I would get into coaching. It was like 2020 or 2012 was when I was doing personal training. And I
Okay.
noticed a lot of my clients were dealing with food issues. And I was like, wait a second, it's not the fucking food. Sorry, can I cuss on here? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
We've
like,
been having a lot of all the nice, the new words in this women's empowerment series.
okay, I'll refrain from that. But like, I was like, okay, it's not the food, but what it is it's their mindset. So I started noticing a pattern with all my clients. You know, a lot of them were, you know, they were trying to get in good shape, but they were sabotaging. And there's so many things that were going on. So I'm like, let me build like a program for my clients. And they didn't even know that they were in this program. I was like, basically
Wow.
coaching them through during their personal training sessions. I was like, hey, like, let's work on this. Let's work on the mindset part. And it turned into this thing that turned out to be so magical. My clients began paying me to go to coffee with me. They'd say, forget the
Wow.
gym. They were like, forget the gym. And it was women in their 50s, 60s, 40s, 30s, and I was 22. And here they were like, forget the gym. Like, can I just pay you to go to coffee with me? And I'll never forget.
They're not paying for coffee. They pay in you plus the coffee to
Yes.
go to the coffee.
And I felt so spoiled because
Incredible.
it was so funny. I had these amazing clients, and there was one who was like very successful, amazing. You know, I'm like, I should be learning from you, right?
Yeah.
And she just loved like what I had to say. So she was like, let's go to coffee. She bought me coffee, and then she was like, she slipped me $200, and she's like, I just want to like
I like
talk to
that.
you
That's
for.
a good coffee.
She's like, I just want to talk to you, you know, like for our session. She's like, I just want to talk to you. And I'm like, you already paid for our session. Like, why are you paying me more money in cash? And she goes, I just really need to like get some stuff off my chest. And it turned into this whole thing where I kind of felt like a therapist a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
like they would talk to me about relationships and all. And I started noticing common themes. And that's when I was like, there's something here that I'm tapping into. And I didn't know at the time that you could be a coach. I'm like, I have to go to school to be a therapist. Like, no, that's not, you know, I'm not going to do it.
You're not going back there. No.
Not going back there. And so I'm like, what is this? I had no idea. And then when Melanie came into my world in 2017, I'm like, oh, I can be a coach. Okay. Like game on. So I opened a program called the Elite Society, which was really just on sales and how to sell. And it was really like selling from a energetic level of like showing up confidently, boldly, and it
And
turned
becoming like a magnet to your clients, to what you're doing. Wow.
and I went live every single day, and I was having so much fun with it, and clients were popping into my world. I'm like, I've never even heard of you. Like, I've never seen you on a live stream. And it was crazy because people were just popping into my world. And it was great until 2018, I got sick with autoimmune. And we were kind of talking a little bit about this before. And I got so sick that I had to give up everything. So this was kind of like my death card experience, you know, like we're an end of a phase. And it happened for a reason. And I want to talk about this because during that period of time, I didn't see a way out. So it was a very dark, very long period of my life. It was very painful. I was having like seizure-like things. I couldn't walk. I couldn't drive. Don't be sorry, because it turned out for the best.
And it was right before COVID. So it's like 2019, 2020, you said, yeah?
It started in 2018 and it went through 2021, 2022.
Okay.
So
yeah.
during
lockdown and everything.
So basically my system was like shutting down because of certain food items I was eating that my body couldn't handle. And so I found it out eventually. And I did a lot of research on it and, you know, went through that whole gamut. I don't want to go into that on this, but really what the beautiful part about this is it forced me to take a step back and to get very introspective and very clear on how I want to show up and how I want to serve for when I do come back.
And what do you want to do exactly? Yeah.
And the main theme was, I think that in 2017, I still had a lot of ego. I still had a lot of, you know, I had a lot of growing up to do. I really did. I had a lot of growing up.
It's okay. We all do, you know. And in this self-development, I always say leadership and being a leader, you are a student of leadership for life. You will always have space to elevate more. Always. Next level, you'll find that there is another one, and it requires more wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding. Yeah.
Yeah, there's always heights. And so for me, it was a huge backseat moment where I really got to see, you know, and feel into what am I really here to do? What am I really here to create? And I started really tapping into who am I at my core? Like, why am I here? What is my purpose? And it was kind of crazy because once I started getting more and more clear, I started getting healthier and healthier.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when I started feeling better, I started realizing I'm like, okay, I got into real estate. So I got my license in 2021, started working in 2021. And it's kind of been this evolution where it's been a journey. You know, I've kind of come back to coaching, but I'm like really, really into this aesthetics and creating emotion through video. I don't know if you've seen my Instagram reels, but
I'm like all those dreamy videos. I saw them. And so it's interesting. So you actually, when you had that setback where you really needed to stay with yourself and take a moment for your, you know, your health and everything, that's the moment where you said this real estate is what you wanted to do. So it becomes your goal at that moment.
So it was kind of like a stepping stone in a way. I love real estate. I'm always going to probably be in real estate to some extent, but it's a journey as well. So it's a journey into finding what really truly is at the heart of what lights me up. And it spawned all these cool creative things. And I think in a way it's brought me back into the coaching world because I see how clients act, especially around money. So money is like one of the biggest things that people have all these crazy triggers around money. And so I see that firsthand when I'm dealing with, I mean, you've seen like a lot of luxury clients where they're coming in and, these are multi-million dollar properties. And there's a lot of, belief systems and a lot of things that, sometimes it goes very smoothly. And other times it's like they're hanging on to every little thing. And like, I don't
Yeah.
want to part with this $5 bath mat because
Mm.
I mean, you would be surprised. I mean, when people go through these huge transactions, they can be
Yeah.
extremely emotional. And so a lot of it has kind of triggered this whole thing for me to get back into mindset work. And
Mm.
I feel like this isn't a final stop. I feel like something good is blooming and there's a lot under the surface. And it's just right now I'm like, I'm taking my clients and I'm working with clients, but I'm becoming very selective. This is kind of the phase I'm in where I'm
Yes.
not taking as many buyers anymore. I'm not taking as many sellers. I'm really focusing on high quality connections where
Mm.
I feel in line with the client. I love working with the
I love
client.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because
for
otherwise
me,
it impacts your energy and impacts you.
yes. I mean, these are very close relationships. When I'm working with a seller or when I'm working with a buyer, it's like we're together so much and
Sure.
like we're really in each other's world. So it's almost like dating in a way. Like we have to have a good,
Yeah.
I have to have a good relationship with you. You
Of
have to like
course.
me. And
Mm.
if for some reason it doesn't work, then that's fine. But I really truly like my clients I'm a 5-star rated agent. My clients
Wow,
are everything to me.
congratulations. That's a big
Thank
thing.
you.
Yes.
Thank you. And to me, it's like my clients are family. So I'm really letting you into my world. And, my clients are close friends more often than not. Like they'll come into my world and we become very close and we're hanging out together. We're going to dinner together. So for me, it's really, I want to make sure that I'm connecting with the right people. And really, that's been the theme of this year is really like the interview with you, super aligned.
Oh,
We got
yes.
on and we just have this synergy where it's like, we didn't even really plan what we're going to talk about. We can just
No,
hop on
we
and
never do. But then again, I mean, you're such a leader yourself that, you go into ace it and be excellent in anything that you show up in. And I think this is exactly what this platform is about, is really to be an inspiration, to encourage women, to tell them, be who you are, because you're just perfect and beautiful the way you are. And a lot of time we think that, I need to prepare this, I need to really say that, I need to do it, but you don't. You just need to be you. And being you is marvelous. And that's what I see even through your work. And I think this is what you represent, because a lot of time in those business that are very transaction oriented, we kind of become numb, right? Because what matters is how many transactions you do. And you're like, okay, he's just a number, just a number, just a number. But then you bring in that humanness in it and actually creating the connections. It's like creating a depth in every transaction you do. And that's how you make a real impact. This becomes impactful business. And I love that about you. Takes a lot of,
everything you just said is like so amazing.
yeah, because it takes a lot of understanding of how the inner work and the inner game is, because everything is connected to that. And I'm sure that you will not only be a 5-star, you're going to be 10-star if that exists, actually, because, yeah, because that's bringing excellence in what you do. This is what excellence is. It is, So you saw me in my brand. I always say, make excellence your brand. What does it mean, actually? It means you bring your best in everything you do, which means that you can really, and that's love, caring, depth. Mm.
That authenticity, that realness. Yeah. Like it's the whole package. You're all about the whole package.
So are you up for a question? So let's
Yeah.
do this. Thank you, Herbert, for this question. Let's see what we can do with it. Women now control more than 50% of American wealth. How can empowered women such as both of you mobilize that control to take charge of the mess that have made of America better? I'm not going to answer, but maybe if you have anything to say. And he's sending some compliment. Thanks to Herbert. Well
Thank you,
received.
Herbert. Thank you, Mr. Blank.
Mm.
So I mean, I don't really think
Well,
that
let's
we're in.
let me rephrase the question. I
Yeah.
think what we can say is that it's like the rise of women leadership and the rise of wealth among the hands of women.
I think women can do incredible things, and especially like good-hearted women who are making great money and really having that shift in the money. I really think what we're going to see like going forward, and I don't know if this is going to answer the question, but this is what I feel is
Mm.
that we're intuitive by nature. We listen and we tap into our intuition. And there's a lot of men out there who can too. But I think a lot of times, and especially in industries that you and I work in, where it's like the financial industry and the real estate industry, it can be very cold, like you said, very transactional. I
Yes.
think when we start breathing in more, money's energy. So when we're breathing in that energy into the hands of women who have missions and they're heart centered, they're going to do great things like opening more charities and,
Mm.
giving back and just other things too, like fulfilling their own desires, creating families that are happy, cohesive, that light them up, things that just really stand out to us and, our desires, and making the place a more beautiful place. And I think that's truly,
Mm.
truly, truly what's needed in the
Mm.
world is more beauty. I really do. I think that
Ah,
if
I
there's
love
more,
that. I love
more,
that.
I mean, so Herbert,
Yes.
if you decided to give me $1 billion today, here's what I would do. I would create beautiful utopias for people to live in. I would create
Oh my God.
the most amazing master plan communities. I would go into neighborhoods and fix them up and make them beautiful so the people who live there can enjoy it. And so I think that, if women were to get, like, that is something that I'm very passionate about, by the way, is beautifying areas. When I'm driving around all these areas, I'm in so many different areas at all times. And it's like, I love to see, beauty, nature, and like planting trees and making places more aesthetic. And it's like, everyone deserves that at our core, everyone deserves it. So how can we make the place a better place is, I think, make it more beautiful. I'm going to stand by that till the day I croak, is make this place more beautiful.
I love that. I just love it. It's like we want more beauty in the world. That's what it is. And beauty is, everything is beautiful when you look at the real core of it. I mean, and I love the way you describe it when you say creating beautiful communities and you bring nature and greens and trees and flowers and just nature. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like sustainable communities.
Yeah.
Sustainability is about beauty. Sustainability is about doing good for women, for children, for people that needed help. And I love it the way you express it. We talk about it in a very professional word, saying sustainability, but sustainability is bringing beauty back to the planet and to life. Mm. This is very
And it's,
nice. Mhm.
women are so great at that. Women are so great
Really
at
are. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Herbert, for this question. It's good, and I think this comment is very timely because we want more role models for women to show them that it's possible
that.
to reach higher position, create wealth, do transactions that are big, and actually do them properly and without. Voila. He's answering back. Magnificent, brilliant. Right. Simply beautiful. Oh, yeah, sustainable is a key word. And I love what we did today is just we connected beauty to sustainability. I mean, I did it because I'm a sustainable, I have a PhD in sustainability. But to me, sustainability is how you define it as being beauty. And that shades light to the basics of life that, at the end of the day, that's what we want. And the feminine energy brings that. Yeah. So, what will be your mission going forward, Celia, as you combine your beautiful experience and expertise and knowledge with the mentorship and everything?
I love this question.
Mm.
I've been doing so much introspection lately. I've really dived into, I don't know if we're in the chat together, but I'm just like super diving into, like, I'm doing a very self-discovery journey, if you will. And
Mhm.
for me, it really truly is leaving a beautiful mark on this planet. And I think that in any way that shows up, I'm open to all possibilities. I always thought through real estate, it's going to be eventually getting into the development side and maybe, going into doing
Mm.
beautiful development for neighborhoods and all of that, but I'm open to other things too. So whatever pops up for me is where I'll go. But I really, and I have a YouTube channel. So I'll say this, is I do have a YouTube channel, and it was all about perfume and aesthetics and all of that.
Really? Okay.
Yes. And I loved it because it was like an outlet for me. But there was a day where I woke up and I'm like, something didn't sit right with me. I was like, I feel like it's too material. And I
Okay.
started really having this like thought that wouldn't leave me. It was like, switch it up, switch it up. And I'm like, but switch it to what? I was like, I don't know what to switch it to. So I took some time off. I was like, I'm going to take off like 3 weeks, whatever, however long I need. And I was doing so much journaling. Oh my gosh, I was journaling my like little heart out. And one day it just hit me. I'm like, I'm going to start talking about self-love and self-development.
Mhm.
And it's just been like wildfire. Like, I posted a video all about self-love, and it just people are like eating it up. I'm getting DMs
Wow.
like saying, thank you so much. This is like exactly what I needed. This is incredible. And so, I mean, it's just truly amazing to see how, and I think that I just want to tell everyone who's watching this live, if there's something on your heart that you want to do or that you've been thinking about or that's coming through for you and it keeps coming up in your life, and you just trust that it's all going to happen in your timing, don't force anything, just allow it to come to you. Because I mean, when I started switching up the perfume stuff, I could have gone and done anything else. Like I had all these thoughts, but I was like, something is going to come, something better is going to come. And I truly feel that when you feel that fire in your soul, and you'll know it, you'll feel it, you'll feel electric, magnetic, like on fire. When that hits, that's your soul guiding you 100,000,000%, saying like, this is the direction to go in. Like, this is what's going to ignite the world with the energy that you need. And I'm super big into energy. I think that, you know, when you're around people that light you up, you know, give you that source energy where it feels magnetic, it
Yes.
feels juicy, yummy, great, and
Oh,
you feel like this
it
has this
feels alive. It feels like, I'm alive.
you're like bubbling over and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, I just want to hug you. Like, you're incredible. And you just feel so like in line and aligned and amazing. And
Yeah.
the energy is good. Like, you'll know, when you're tapping into that energy, go with it, run with it. Like, and if something feels very hard and stagnant, like, just allow it to be what it is, but focus on where you feel good, where you feel alive, where you feel magnetic. And that's really where the magic is. And, you know, I live in Disney, like the world of
You
Disney
do.
here.
You're like, if you say it, it's because you are in it. And we just postulated $1 billion where you can build a big community. So who knows? Let's keep that postal. Maybe we'll come back for a video where it's all done. Who knows, right?
We never
That's,
know until
that's
later
the
on.
life of magic. And it's all the way from Disneyland. So we don't never know.
We'll never know.
Dreams. You know, dreams and imagination is the fuel of that energy, of that life, of that spark. And more you can let yourself be guided, and like you're flying on the carpet and deciding what it would be. You never know what you can bring to inside to your life.
Yes, just draw it all in. Like, just allow it to come on in. Yes.
I want before we leave, I feel like it's a whole new word is your theme song for this.
Ooh,
This
I
one
love
is a whole
that.
new world. So just because we're going to say, so let's play it in as we finish in today. And I think that's what it feels like. It's a whole new word. It's a word we're full of beauty
I love it.
and elegance. What else? And love. Yeah. Please
Yes.
action. Somebody's telling you, and we add action. Okay, let's add action. We agree.
You're like the ultimate DJ.
No. Yeah.
A magic carpet.
Here we go.
Splendid.
This is what's our song.
Tell me, princess, now
Can you
when
hear it?
did you last let your heart decide?
I love it.
I can open your eyes, take you wonder by
And
wonder,
they love it.
over, sideways, and under on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world.
Yes. This is what it is.
Fantastic point of view.
Oh, this is amazing. This was the most beautiful, amazing. Everybody's loving it. Say we got a lot of haha. We're on LinkedIn. We have a big community. But it is, it's like you can be the most beautiful professional woman which you are. And I congratulate you, Celia, truly, because it takes a lot of power, a lot of professionalism, and a lot of discipline and perseverance to be a 5-star real estate consultant. And chapeau to you. It's like hats off. And it takes bringing and remembering the beauty of life and the energetics of being. And this is what was this beautiful discussion. Thank you.
You are so amazing. And I just thank you so much for having me on here. It was absolutely beautiful.
It was beautiful. And let's reconnect when your vision is starting to shape up. Who knows what can come?
The magic's already here. And I hope that each and every one of you who's watching this is touched with a little magic sprinkle today. And
yeah, we did. We brought some magic.
find me on Instagram, reach out to me. I love to connect with people. So if
You're
something
gonna.
magical happens today in your life, I would love to hear about it. So
Oh, I love that. And your link is on the bio. So please connect with Celia on Instagram and everywhere. And, join us always in this beautiful women's empowerment series. We have women from incredible places, and you are a highlight. Thank you for being with us today.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. I'm sending you all the love. Bye.